All right. Hello, Bethany.
Hi,
How are you feeling today?
good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So good to see your smiling face.
Yeah,
Got
thank you.
that light
Yours
coming.
too.
Thanks. You've got light coming in right over your head, and you look like an angel.
Oh boy. I know. Well, I was worried that it was going to mess with the camera, but I can't seem to get out of it. So,
That looks perfect. Don't worry about it. Tell me about your week.
um, it's been different. It's been difficult, I'll be honest, but yeah, just dealing with lots of emotions, but yeah, today was better and just slowly taking one day at a time. Yesterday was my first day back to work, like starting a full week, and I was busy and overwhelmed, and honestly, my mind was numb. I don't know, but um, but yeah, after just getting some rest last night and everything, yeah, I had a moment. I had a moment that I just wanted to give up and not do anything. I was just tired, but this morning I had some recollection time and I felt better. So,
Um, Tell me a little bit more about the moment that you had and what was going on in that. Just curious what was going on then.
um, well, I just was feeling, I don't know, defeated. I'm just tired and just yeah, just really tired, and anytime, like, I've been like, trying to focus on, taking care of myself and kind of just trying, I wouldn't say getting ahead, but just trying to get on a good path. And I have had hiccups, and I guess you could say I haven't been that graceful with myself, but I've just been struggling. So hang on one second. I'm on a recording call with Katie for her. It's for her school. Sorry.
No worries. Hey, little cameo.
Yes, I apologize.
No worries. No worries at all. I love it.
But
Hmm.
anyways, I'm that I'm struggling. My little one will not sleep by himself. He sleeps in bed with me, and he has, I don't know, I think he has been extra clingy. um but he's been extra clingy at night, and so I have not been getting any sleep, and so I think it just led to a moment of being overly exhausted.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. Yeah.
thank
Oh yeah.
you. Uh,
No moments of privacy when you're a mom.
no.
All space is invaded. Um,
Mm,
hmm. Well, um, yeah. On that same, note of privacy invasion and having all spaces invaded as a mom. Um, I uh, I I acknowledge you for realizing that you haven't been giving yourself a lot of grace. I think that as a mom, that's really hard um, to to give yourself a lot of grace because you've got another little person to look after, and we're not so easy on ourselves. Um, and you're but but you are giving yourself grace in that you are just honoring where you're at right now. And so I was, definitely, hearing that, and when you're, in your talk about your week, how you were going through it, but you were still honoring that, and and being okay with it, even though it might not feel so great. It sounds like you're still oh, you're still okay with it, for better or for worse. And I think there's a lot to be said for that, Bethany, because you have been going through a lot. Um, and just knowing that it's okay to have those little, those little or big breakdowns, because you need to have them right now to move through through your process. And it doesn't help when you're not sleeping well. Because
Yeah.
you're up with a little guy, and and then back to work. That's a lot too, going back to work after you've taken some time off to be with family and to process everything. um how are you feeling about what we talked about last time about your spiritual practice, and kind of getting back to that? Tell me a little bit more about that process.
I actually, that's this morning, like, I honestly was just not feeling good, but I went ahead and pushed myself to make some time for that.
Mhm.
And that's actually kind of what re-grounded me. So I do believe it's good to have plans and things to kind of hold you accountable, because that's, I mean, yeah, I was not feeling it this morning, but I felt like, I don't know, like I felt like that was all I could do. And so I did, I started reading in my Bible and just actually, I just opened it and was actually going to read in another area, but the part that I opened, I just kind of started reading, and then it just started to kind of click with the situation and how I was feeling. And so it definitely, that, I mean, I definitely feel like that is a good path, because that's helping me more than anything. So,
Good. Oh, I love that. And it, sometimes we need that little bit of proof, right? That we are on the right path, when we get those beautiful little nuggets of like, this is exactly what I was looking for, and this is exactly what I needed in the moment. So,
yes, very much so.
yeah,
It's funny how God works.
definitely. Yes. Yeah. Always looking out for us. Hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you had that moment, just,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Good. So going forward, do you want to keep focusing on that being your goal of the spiritual practice, or because they also it kind of sounded like your sleep was being compromised as well. So I was just kind of wondering if you still wanted to focus on the spiritual practice, or was there anything else that was jumping out to you as maybe shifting gears a little bit? I hate to shift gears on you, but it just, you're going through so much right now. You're going through, a lot of emotional stuff, and I just want to make sure that whatever, you and I are talking about is still in line with what you want for yourself, what's going to make you feel like the best version of you.
Yeah. Um, well, I mean, I do feel like that is going to help me.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to start there, and just, I don't know. I don't know if there's other things that I could be doing to kind of, work through some emotions, because I know that anger is a part of grief, but I've never, like, didn't really feel it until now, and I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm very irritable, and I felt like it was just exhaustion,
Mhm.
but but I think honestly it's just a lot of the emotions that I'm feeling.
Mhm.
And so I have been feeling anger, and I don't like that. But I'm just trying to figure out how to work through it and not, you know, not express it, I guess.
Mhm. Let's go back in here.
I think I'm just, and honestly, I don't even know, like, I'm not really like angry towards anyone. I don't know if you'd call it anger or irritability. It's just like so, I don't know. Everything's just so overwhelming, and you just feel like you're just about to snap because you can't hardly hold it together.
Mhm.
So, but you have to because you don't have a choice. Like, when I'm at work and I'm busy there and stuff, I mean, I have to I have to keep it together. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you said that you don't think that you've ever felt angry like this before? Is that did I get that right?
Well, well, I can't say that I never have, but I haven't really since I, you know, gave my life to the Lord, and that's something that I'm trying to process because I feel like maybe I I think everyone gets angry, and I'm now realizing that like we all have a right to.
Mhm.
Um it's just, on how you deal with it and express it and move past it that I am trying to figure out, because that's something that, before like my life really changed and I gave my life to the Lord, I didn't deal with anger very well.
Mhm.
And I just, yeah, I would just like hold it in until I like busted at the seams, or yeah.
Mhm.
So, and I don't want to be like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
So, it, if I'm hearing you correctly, it kind of seems like your relationship with God helped dissolve some of that anger.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, and I like too that you acknowledge that, everyone feels it and that it's okay. Um, have you ever found any outlets that allowed you to express anger? Like, have you ever done anything with anger?
No,
Okay.
no, I've actually kind of been the person that was the who people vented to
Mm,
for anger.
sure. Yeah.
So,
What would feel natural for you to get that anger out? Like,
um, honestly, extreme cardio.
okay, okay, yeah.
Something that just, that I don't know, something that helps me to kind of release it, but on my own terms,
Mhm.
to where like it's, to where it's me releasing it, but it's not affecting other people.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Because that's what I don't like.
sure. Yeah. Well, you're a sensitive, caring person, so it's why you're taking on everyone else's and don't know what to do with your own. You don't have that person to vent to. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, do you mind if I make a couple suggestions? Is that
Yeah.
is that okay? Okay.
Yep.
I was wondering um, you know, if maybe something that you felt like doing in the moment would have been um, like yelling or screaming or like hitting something. Um, and those are safe ways to to get it out if, that's not going to affect anyone else.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah. How do you feel about doing something like that?
Yeah. I actually thought about that the other day. I
Yeah.
just couldn't find a place to go to do it.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not affecting people, but I might affect someone.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might hear me.
yeah, yeah. And that's it's okay. If someone witnesses it, they could ask you about it later. It might feel good to be like, I was so mad that I just had to yell. you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I wanted to feel out that that process with you, and see what your thoughts were on expressing the anger and getting it out. And then also, I wanted to highlight the fact that once again your relationship with God has been your your safety net in moments like this, and has been the resolution um, to a lot of the stuff in the past. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, well, so going back to our goals, how are you feeling about trying to still stick with the spiritual practice goals, or would you like to shift gears? Sorry, we got off on a little bit of a tangent. That was probably my fault.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I do. I mean, I do want to try to focus some time on that this week. I mean, the past couple weeks have obviously been crazy and not a normal schedule. So this week I do kind of want to focus on working on that
Mhm.
and like just making time in the mornings if I have it or at night.
Mhm.
And um something I am going to try to work on is going for walks more,
Mhm.
just to help. I know that helps me release feelings and negative energy. So,
And God is in nature.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. I actually went for a walk last night and that helped outside.
Mhm.
So,
Good. Yeah. Almost like an exchange of negative for positive, for like
mhm.
beauty for your stuff.
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Outside can be really healing.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. And, you know, circling back to the beginning of our conversation, giving you a little bit of space, and time alone, which is something that doesn't sound like you're getting a lot of right now.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Which, I also I want to I want to be able to focus on, being a good mom, but I know that I need to be able to take care of myself to do that. So it's just trying to find that balance.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Balance is balance is it's a toughie, but we're always searching for it, I think. yeah.
Yes. Yep. And sometimes I feel like you have it mastered and then all of a sudden you're spun out of control and you're spinning your wheels trying to get back to it. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But it's your comeback rate, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're you it sounds based on our past conversations, obviously I have the luxury of knowing you outside of just these talks, but um your relationship with God does speed up that comeback rate.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know I just I think I've gone from like fully trusting in him to feeling like there's something more that I need to do to get that confidence from him. And so that's what I'm trying to work on.
Mm. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Um, well, I guess like to have to like fully find that, that peace and that confidence of surrendering. You really, you have to make time to read his word and stuff. And I just haven't been getting that lately. So I just, I struggle with getting that. And when I don't have time for that, like I just feel like I'm out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, I mean, he's always, he's always, there, he's always with me. But I just forget that because, for me, I guess really it's more of a comfort thing for me to make time to be in his word. Like that's what makes me feel truly connected to him is studying scripture and making that time just to be with him and his word. And so I guess maybe that's the expectations I'm just putting on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. You're feeling like you have to be doing something in order to feel connected.
yeah, yes, that's exactly it.
Well, I I I I appreciate your honesty in that, and I can totally relate to that as well. And what would you think about maybe using um, using all your little quiet moments like added up throughout the day to maybe just take a breath and say a little prayer to just like reconnect. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Are there any other small things that you can think of that you might be able to like squeak in little spiritual moments in your
Well, I mean, definitely that is something that I could do at work. Like if I get any downtime at all, just making that the first priority, maybe reading a little bit of scripture first before I go to anything else and just yeah, making that a priority.
Mm, yeah, I like that. Um, I pray while I'm washing my hands at work.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's squeaking in time for God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's a really good idea.
well, and maybe this week, if you're feeling up to it, maybe trying to find, little ways you can implement little spiritual moments in your day too. So, yeah, yeah, to keep this steady stream of of your lifeline with God, running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And to laugh. I will say I had to laugh at myself the other day because I got irritated with something and I'm thankful that God has a sense of humor because I had to laugh at myself for getting so irritated about something so dumb. But
Mhm. I love it.
it happens.
Definitely valid.
And then I even told God, like, I was laughing at myself and shaking my head, like, oh my goodness, that was really silly.
Oh, oh. Well, laughter is giving yourself grace too. So,
Yeah,
all right. Well, Beth, I'll kind of start to wrap up here, just in the just to not take up too much of your time.
sure.
So, what would you like your goal to be for this week, for this session?
Um, I'm gonna read more in my Bible and try to really focus on that throughout the day
Mm,
and just take a walk at least once a day, no matter how long it is.
okay, I like it.
Yep.
All right. So for the next 7 days, just squeezing in scripture when you can, and getting that walk in.
Yes.
I like it. Okay. You think you pretty confident you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you can.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm so I know it doesn't matter, but I'm really proud of you, and you're so strong, and you're handling a lot right now. So my hat goes off to you for your strength, and your, your willpower, and showing up every day with a smile on your face, and for your son. So um
Thank you.
you're a light, Bethany.
Well, he keeps me going. He does.
Oh yeah, they do. Would you like to meet about the same time next week?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right. We'll do that. We'll plan on that. I look forward
Okay.
to chatting with you about all this next week too.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.